to Mark's table. We're going to do a meat sauce today. It's being filmed in the fall, and fall's a good time for a good meat sauce. With we're going to make meatballs out of pork and beef, and we're going to make brajol, and we're going to put some pork chops in the sauce. I use the bone-in pork chops because they add a lot more flavor, and if that dog doesn't stop barking, she's going to be part of the sauce. Leica, get outside. So let's get moving and get to the sauce first, because that's going to take the longest. You're going to have to simmer it about 3 hours. And then we'll go on to making the meatballs. Okay, we're going to start with a little olive oil. And we're going to put in the pork chops first, before we put in the garlic and onions. So let's just lay those in. Let them get nice and brown. Okay, turn the chops over. Nice and brown. And now we're going to add the slivered garlic. I sliced it thin. Kind of reminds me of Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. And lots of onions, garlic. And we'll throw in some salt and pepper. A little bit of salt. Fresh ground pepper. It's already starting to smell like something you want to just take a fork and knife to. Okay, that's been simmering for a little bit. Let's just move it around. Everything's getting a little caramelized. First step is we get rid of the juice. So we'll just pour that in first. And then we'll take these tomatoes and puree them with a hand blender and throw them in. Okay, let's just pour the rest of this in. You gotta be very careful. Oops, a little all over. And we'll let that simmer for, oh, I don't know, probably about an hour, stirring it every 15 minutes or so. You know, I almost forgot. I always put bay leaves in my sauce. So I got 3 or 4 really good sized bay leaves. I buy them fresh at the store. They come in little plastic packages. They're really good because when they dry out, they're still very, very intense. They're much better than the dried ones that are in the jar. So they're bright green, fresh when you buy them, and they last, these are about a month old. So we'll stick those in the sauce and let it simmer. Okay, I've moved the sauce to the back burner, got the frying pan on. First we're going to put the brajols together and set them aside, and then we're going to make the meatballs, and then we'll fry them in the pan. Now when I make brajols, it depends on what region of Italy you're from. We just use the region, Neapolitan region that most of my family is from. It's just a paste of garlic, salt, pepper, and parsley, and you just kind of use a mortar and pestle, make a paste, and you spread it on the meat, and then you roll it up. Some people, like my grandmother, used to put pine nuts in. She was from a different region of Italy, Marchi. She used to put raisins and pine nuts, and they all put different things in them. But the way we're going to make them today is we're just going to put a couple of cloves in, a handful of parsley, some salt. Now you're using the salt as an aggregate to help mash everything, and pepper. Lots of black pepper. Okay, and then we just take the mortar, just kind of mash it. Takes a little bit to break up the cloves. Okay, so we finished mashing it up, and we got this little paste thing going on, and we'll just put that in there. Quick rinse. Now, what we're going to do is, first off, that's pretty thin. I actually got these in the store like this, and they were labeled brajol too. So you can hammer these out. I hammered some of them out a little finer, But you just take the paste and you just smear it all around. Try and, you know, even out the bits. Okay? Give a quick rinse. We're going to put a little more black pepper, because brajolles are all about black pepper. And we're going to put some grated cheese in too. Just a little bit of grated cheese. Just like that. And then we'll roll them up like this. Okay? Just like that. Then we take a piece of string. So now we're going to make meatballs. My mother makes the best meatballs. Any true Italian son will tell you that. My daughter and my son adore them. I'm going to try to duplicate her recipe. I'm sure I'm going to get a phone call. Anyway, most important thing is fresh bread. I took one hard roll and broke it up into a lot of little pieces. We're going to wet it just a little bit and let it soak. A little bit more. Okay, let that soak. Then this is a pound of ground beef, a pound of pork. Rinse my hands. A lot of hand rinsing when you're dealing with raw meat. We use the clean hand to put in a ton of parsley. And then we're going to put in lots of black pepper. And we have some chopped garlic. We'll put that in there. Lots of garlic. I don't have an audience screaming, but it's garlic. We need, I'm just going to poke the egg. We're going to put one egg. And a whole lot of grated cheese. Probably, I would say, probably about 2 or 3 heaping tablespoons. And just a little bit of salt. So, the breadcrumbs, listen to me. The fresh bread, don't use breadcrumbs when you make meatballs actually. That was a faux pas. Fresh bread is the complete difference between a really good, moist, tender meatball and those rubber balls that you get that are made with breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs make a very dense, hard meatball. So some people like it that way, others, eh. Now, when you do this, be gentle, all right? Just as you see, I'm just kind of lofting it through my fingers. I'm not really mashing it together. And you treat it gently through the whole process, even when you're rolling the meatballs. So let's get it to this consistency, and then I'll give you a close-up on how to make the meatballs. And actually, my son Ryan is going to help me. So we'll see how this works out. All right, so we've finished mixing the meatball mixture, a little redundant. And I'm going to invite 2 of my children, my only 2 children actually, to come in and help me make meatballs. Stop playing around and get in here. Here's Ryan and Lauren. Oh, you took your glasses off, huh?
Well, they were itchy in the back.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so first things first, rinse your hands. When you make meatballs, you gotta have wet hands. All right? Good. Now, move over. Okay. Take about this much. All right? See that? And then just don't press hard. Just gently roll it. There you go. Go at it. No, it's alright. That's a good technique, Ray. And yours are too small, Laura.
No,
Actually, Ryan's is pretty close. Grab a little more meat, Laura.
Mini.
Yeah, no, don't make minis. Make real meatballs.
Like, what are you getting at?
I don't know. Okay, so, and this is how you're gonna do the meatballs. You're packing them too hard there, Laura. Just very gently. Actually, there was a leaf sticking out of that one. Let's put it on the outside. Okay, very gently. So what did you guys do today? Besides go to church?
I watched TV.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, what else did I do?
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's give the folks a close-up, okay? Okay, so we moved the sauce to the back, and we'll fry the meatballs first. Let's put these in. And then once we get the meatballs out of the way, we'll take care of the brajol. And then we'll just put everything into the sauce. Although I am going to save some of these meatballs for me. That's why they're called meatballs. And we'll have them as a snack while we're cooking. Because that's the best time to eat them. Alright, don't put too many in the pan at once, otherwise they don't brown good. So now we're going to turn them over very gently. Here they get a nice crust. I'm actually going to just pick them up and start dropping them in the sauce. Oh, that one had a little, put that in the sauce too. And now we'll put in the brajols, and we'll just brown these nicely. And these will go directly in the sauce. Just turn them over. Just nestle them in. And if you think I'm wasting all this beautifully flavored olive oil, actually, let's turn the fire off before I go up in flames. Just a little bit to flavor the sauce. Because the brajol was pretty lean and we're using olive oil, so it's not greasy, it's not animal fat grease. It's actually good for you, the olive oil. And it also adds a ton of flavor to the sauce. These are potatoes with the skins on. I'm going to boil them till they're cooked completely, and then we will skin them. And we're going to make potato gnocchis. And the kids are going to help me make those. But for right now, while the meatballs are finishing up frying and the sauce is simmering, I'm going to drop these right in the boiling water. And it'll be a few minutes. And then we'll get on to making pasta. Okay, we got the potatoes out of the water. I peeled the first one. Let me just show you how easy it is. See? Once they're boiled in their skins, they actually come out, they look like baked potatoes. But you could just peel the skin right off. So I'm going to finish peeling these, and then we're going to make the dough for the gnocchi. So you do want to use them while they're still hot. And what I'm going to do is, rice them. This is a potato ricer, and if you take the potatoes and rice them, they're very light and fluffy. As you can see, you also get a nice zap of steam out of it. Oh, potatoes are flying. Hit them with a little white pepper, because that gives them a little nice flavor. I like to put just a teeny bit of nutmeg, and real nutmeg is potent, so just a little bit. And we need to put in 2 beaten eggs, and I'm going to add a little bit at a time, so 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to put this in the mixer. Lock it and just have it go slowly. We'll add a little bit more flour. Just a little bit. And I'm going to let this knead for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to form it into a wedge and put it in the refrigerator and let it cool. And then we're going to make the gnocchi. We've changed out to a dough hook halfway through the process, which helps. And we just take this off, and we're going to turn out this whole mess onto a floured surface. Okay, you've got this nice potato gnocchi dough, and we're just going to kind of work it a little bit. I don't want to work it too much because it will break up. And just going to work it in and kind of knead it a little bit. And so now we have a nice rectangle, which we are going to take and put into a bowl. Oh, let's flour the bowl. Put a little flour on top. And we're going to let this rest in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. And it'll be much easier to work with. Put a little flour on here and turn this out. Hopefully it comes out without a problem. There we go. Still a little warm. Could be a little cooler, actually. But what we're going to do is just form it out. And then we do this. Just take an end off. And then flour your hands. And then take it and roll it out. I don't know, I would say start from the center and work your way out very gently. This is very gentle. Probably to about the thickness of a magic marker. You know, like a flare pen. And then just cut them into dumplings. Right? So now we have these to work with. They're very soft. Roll them into a ball. And then take them on the fork. And just one quick roll. And there you go. So we're definitely doing close-ups of this. And then you lay them like soldiers on this cookie sheet. And then you put the cookie sheet in the freezer, and from the freezer directly to the boiling water is when you want to cook them. Because other than that, they get too mouchad. So Lauren and I are gonna take care of this. We're gonna give you some close-ups, and we're gonna start rolling these out. I can do this inside my hand. That's another way to do it.
Ooh, can I
Just
try to
let gravity
Dad, can we
take
switch?
care of it.
Can we switch? Because I want to cut these into liquids.
No, I'll do it.
Watch out.
Yeah. Cut that one in half. let me show you how to make them again. I'm going to say, all right, so you take the ball, you take the wedge, roll it into a ball, right? You roll it into a ball, and we'll take this one, and you put it on the seat of the fork, and then take your finger like this, gently, and then roll it so that you get the ridges. See the ridges? Right?
Yep.
And then you put them on the tray. And Laura, you got to start putting them a lot closer together, honey, because we got a lot of these things to guys. We've been doing this for 20 minutes, and we're only halfway through.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Seems longer.
Well, see, the good part about this is these are very delicious because they're nice
Dad,
and
look
fresh.
it's a mini pizza.
Oh, we're not making mini pizzas, right? We're making
I know.
But anyway, the whole point here is that love and care goes into this, and if you make enough of them, you can freeze them and you can use them anytime. So we're just going to continue making these, and it should be about another 45 minutes or so. This is the warning that comes with making gnocchis. It is time consuming, but it is absolutely worth it. I'm going to put you in the sauce. You know, I bet you'd be a tasty little boy. Okay, we're going to make a simple salad dressing. This is a half-crushed clove of garlic, some salt, and lots of black pepper, once again. And then we'll take the this whole mess and grind it. We use the, again, like we did with the brajol, you use the salt as an aggregate to mash the garlic, right? And once you get all that mashed, really nice, get a nice paste going. Then we add olive oil. And balsamic vinegar, just a dash, and then give it a quick mix. And this is a delicious garlic balsamic dressing. And we'll just kind of cube these a little, and then we'll give them a quick rinse in a colander. And now what I like to do to finish the salad is I use a potato peeler, and I'll take the little baby carrots and I just put carrot shavings in the salad. Doesn't take any time at all, and you get that restaurant feel that, you know, somebody took the time and the care to shave everything nice and thin for you. Next we'll do the onions. And again, this really, if you're not a big onion fan but you like a little bit of onion, this is perfect because it just adds a little, just enough flavor without eating a big chunk of onion. And that's it. The salad is ready to go, and you'll toss it right before you serve it. Okay, the gnocchi aren't quite frozen yet. They're pretty stiff though, so what I'm going to do for you guys is make you a quick dish, and then I can go on and feed my family. But what I did with this is bread, and came from Rocco's Bakery in New Haven. Their pizza dough. If you leave it out all day long, it blows up like a balloon. So I made a round loaf, and I put this in a loaf pan, and so we have nice fresh bread with our meal. And you know, it was $1.50. It's whatever pizza dough costs. If you let it, Rocco's in particular has a lot of yeast in it, and it rises a lot. It like 4 or 5 times its original size. So that's something to keep in mind if you want fresh bread. You don't have to go through the agony, because I'm lousy at it, of making your own bread dough and with the yeast and all that. So I'm going to pop these gnocchis in the water for you, and then I'm going to plate you a dish, and that'll be the end of the show. They are floating So they are ready, and I'm just going to fish them out, drain them good, and put them in here. And let's get you some sauce. Here's some lovely gnocchi. And we'll get you a meatball and a braciole. Now I'm just going to put the meatball here, and I'm going to take the string off the braciole and give you a final presentation. I'm also going to give you a little piece of pork, a little grated cheese, good to go. Here's the gnocchi. We'll give them a little grated cheese, and the pork, a nice meatball, and the braciole. As you can see, it's falling apart tender, and it's got that nice stuffing inside. So let's have the kids over. You guys want to taste this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm not going to put parsley on it, right? Because I know you don't like that. Here's a spoon each. Go for it.
Here's mine.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste good taste of the meatball.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Don't laugh with your mouth full.
Okay, so that's it for Mark's table. Enjoy. Take care. Oh, there goes Lauren. Take care, everyone. See you next time.